Here's a little story about a mischievous pair and a crazy idea. That mischievous pair being myself, right here, and my partner in mischief and wife of 8 years, Shanna. The crazy idea being that we were going to build our house, even our own house, even though neither of us had any carpentry or plumbing or wiring experience or really any of those things. So the first thing we did is spend a lot of time at the public library, driving librarians crazy, requesting lots of interlibrary loan books. And here there's some of those books we checked out, some of the helpful ones. How to Build a House, The Straw Bale House, Serious Straw Bale, Plumbing a House, Wiring a House, Tiling 1, 2, 3. And after a bunch of research, we decided we wanted to build something very small, and we wanted to do something really well insulated, and we liked the idea of straw bale construction, so that's what we decided to do. And of course, in Kansas, the first step of any reasonable house would be to build a basement. The recipe we found that worked well for building a basement was to start with my parents' salty college friend and contractor Randy, a group of manual laborers that all together, the four of us probably averaged about, I don't know, 110, 120 pounds. And a week later, voila, basement. Next thing we needed to do is create a frame that would be able to hold our roof structure and be wide enough to accommodate the width of a bale. So this is what we came up with. And then we added roof trusses to that. And roofing. Woohoo! And then we were ready to put in the bales. Luckily, we had access to a baler and a neighbor who was willing to let us bale up his straw. And so we went out, got the straw, and the next day or two spent putting it in the walls. Here we are doing some figuring and resizing a bale. And when it was all done, it looked something like this. There the bales are in the wall. And next, we had to cover those bales with a welded wire mesh. This is what held the straw in place and what held plaster to the straw, which we'll get to in a moment. Here we are sewing the wire on with this big old needle, tying it together, and then plastering. Plastering took us about 6 weeks, and it was definitely the most time-consuming and physically painful and taxing part of the job. It was a lot of work, and we woke up very sore and very thankful for ibuprofen. And there are 3 coats. There's the scratch coat, and then the brown coat goes on top of that, and then the finished coat has this pretty color in it at the end. This is what our exterior of our house looked like when it was done. Now I'm going to run you through a bunch of the little inside steps too. There's the ceiling, and the stairs, wood floor, some wiring, some plumbing. Wasn't very good at plumbing, turns out. Painting, some cabinetry work, tiling our shower, and soon enough we were ready to move in. Here's what we looked like to move in, and ta-da, a finished house. Which is a good thing because we needed somewhere to hang all of our onions. And the moral of the story is, if you can read and you can write and have some mathematical skills and a public library card, you can learn how to do just about anything you want.